Elementary, and welcome to the Words of Science Fair. I started this project because I wanted to know if people really think they can tell the difference between Coke and Pepsi. My mom thinks she can tell the difference, and so does her friend, but it turns out they can't. So my report is about how people think, what people think they like the best Coke and Pepsi, and why they like the cup they chose. Okay, my research question is, if the same test group is asked to choose between Coke and Pepsi, will their test choice change, or will their test choice stay the same, which they like the best? My hypothesis is members of the group give a taste test between Coke and Pepsi. They will match their preference 1 out of 3 trials of the time. My materials are 2 liters of Coke and Pepsi, survey forms, pens, and Dixie cups. My procedure was to assign a Dixie cup to represent Coke and Pepsi, and then to ask them which one they like the best, Coke or Pepsi, and then to have a group member drink each one, and then they analyze and record their data. And on trial 1, 35% like Pepsi, and 35% like Pepsi and 65% like Coke. So Coke had a better preference than Pepsi. On trial 2, I only asked if they like Coke, if they like the circular striped cup better, because I already knew their preference to begin with. So Pepsi had 52% and Coke had 48%. So Pepsi beat Coke in trial 2. Trial 3, I did the same as trial 2, and it ended up being Pepsi 70% and Coke 30%. Through my taste test trials, I found that people did not match their preference at least 1 out of the 3 times I did it, and they had difficulty telling which one was Coke and which one was Pepsi. And on this graph right here, it talks about matched preferences. The orange is 100% of the time, the green is 67% of the time, the yellow is 33% of the time, and the blue is 0% of the time. Possible plans I would use in the future, if I did this ever again, I would probably use a sip test and a full can test, because it might change the results of it, and I'd have a bigger test group. Because it might change, it'd give me more information. And it'd give me more information about my project. And I would get everybody to do it 3 times, because some people were not present that day, which means that I couldn't do all of it.